Funny story on I Am Lisa. It was like the first or second day of production.
Hmm.
We were filming in somebody's house, and it was a situation where we didn't know there were cats in the basement, and so somebody opened the door, and one of the cats got out. And those kind of things happen, and you're just like, well, we didn't know that the cat was in there, but and then this is a story I tell a lot. We The house was completely surrounded by police. And I don't know if Eric ever told you the story, but it was funny because we're filming a kitchen scene for I Am Lisa, and I'm like directing, and then I'm like, why are there cops in the windows walking back and forth? And I'm thinking, well, what did we do? I'm like, did we park the grip truck in the wrong place? What's going on? So we stopped, and when I see all the cops in the backyard around this bag in this backyard where we're filming, and it turns out that somebody down the street had robbed a house, and they were on the run, and they jumped the fence where we were filming, and they dropped a duffel bag of Cuban cigars that they had stolen from the neighboring house.
How many Cuban cigars did that guy have?
I mean, they said it was $50,000 worth of Cuban cigars.
Well, I
So
can see why he got robbed.
yeah, and so the guy ran in the backyard, dropped the bag, and then kept running. So then all the cops swarmed the house that we're filming in. So it was one of the weirdest things. I'm like, well, of course that's what happens, And then we end up filming at a place where we needed a security guard because it was a defunct police station. And then
Oh yeah.
nothing happened that time. Nothing happens then. It's like we're filming in this nice person's house, and it's like, oh, that's when we get swarmed by police. So that was a fun story, and it was everybody found it comical, and it didn't set us back that much time. Sometimes you worry, you're like, all right, well, I guess we're gonna
Well,
have to
my
stop
day
for
shot,
today.
losing light. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
yeah. So it worked out, but it was
yeah.
pretty funny.
That's okay. Eric never told me that story, and I'm
Yeah,
gonna
maybe
have
he's
to
blocked it
text
from
him.
his memory, but yeah, that was just like the second day of filming. It was really wild, and
That's that's really entertaining.
yeah.
So there was one time when I was in film school, and I wasn't involved in this production. It was like my first year, and these people were like third or fourth year. Where in Denver they were shooting in a warehouse, and it was like a heist scene. I don't remember. I wasn't involved, but the UPM just like right before, and they had prop guns on
Oh,
set because sometimes you do,
yeah.
and the UPM saw it, and it's like, hey, did we ever let the cops know
Oh,
that we've got prop guns? And then the director said, no, let's do that. So they delay 10 minutes, let them know. The cop says, okay, let me put you on hold while we run this. And then the person comes back and says, it's really, really, really good you let us know, because in the warehouse right next to you is SWAT team training. And
oh,
they're going to they would have come in guns blazing. It
oh my
wouldn't have
God.
mattered.
Oh my
It's,
God.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's a real fear, and we've been
Mhm.
filming. Well, I mean, with They Wait in the Dark, I have a scene where I have several guns in that movie, and we have a scene where there's an 8-year-old in the film, and the mother is teaching him how to fire a rifle,
Mhm.
and we filmed this obviously several months before Rust happened. So
Mhm.
thinking back to it, because we were very nervous that day because the kid, it was blanks obviously,
Yeah.
but like still it's very stressful, and it was 100 degrees in the shade, and all of us were getting frustrated because your brain goes to mush when it's that hot. But I think that had we shot the movie after Rust, I would have rewritten the script so that there wouldn't have been any guns in the film. I'm just too paranoid, and yeah, it just seems to me now like the film I'm shooting right now. I'm actually shooting a found footage horror movie right now. I decided this summer that we were just I've had one idea for a found footage movie, and I decided to pull the trigger on it. No pun intended. I didn't even mean to make that a pun. But anyway, so we decided to do it because I mean it's a non-union project, and it's
Mhm.
between the strike is happening right now, and I was just like, now is a good time to go out and make something. So
Yeah.
we've been filming it found footage style because I've always seen it that way as this kind of movie. But I eliminated all guns from the script.
I mean, I understand why there are certain stories that necessitate guns and things, and also they are exciting.
Yeah.
There's a reason that the three basic sorts of movies that you could make that are almost assured a profit are Girls and Guns, Babes and Blood, and Kids and Dogs. Weirdly, non sequitur on that one.
At Christmas.
Yes,
But we can get all of those
especially
wrapped up
at Christmas.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
But oh god, don't mix all three of those. There's the FBI is getting involved if you do. But the